Good morning, y'all. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I know took a couple of days off working on a few projects, so didn't get time to do any videos. So, this morning's message pulled 8 cards. And I am going to start doing readings right now. It's pretty much just focusing on the message, but I am going to start doing readings, going over the crystals and what they do and all that good stuff, what chakras they relate to. But these messages right now are just, these videos right now are just basically just the messages that are coming down. We'll get into all the other stuff when spirit moves me into that. But this morning we got creativity. We got grounding. We got inner child. We have take action. We have acceptance. We have shine. We have shadow. And we have communication. So, this has really been like a wrap up of the last few videos of you being overdue, doing inner work, really coming into ourselves, doing these shifts. I know Neptune retrograde is coming and our favorite Mercury retrograde is coming. So retrogrades are a time where we go into hermit mode, and this is a time to really do inner work and look at our inner selves. I know we like to blame Mercury for messed up communication, lack of communication, everyone acting funny, and the moon and everything else, but this is a really reflection time for us to look at ourselves. And when I see take action in communication, I feel like this is definitely a time for you to move. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting like, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I feel like this is definitely a time for you to move on certain things, especially when it comes to inner work. I feel like this is more of a time that the more and more we dig deeper, once our springtime comes, my new year starts in spring, I don't know about everybody else, but that new flow of energy that comes, this will be the time to shine. That's when spring is new life, new energy. So that's when the creativity comes in. Right now, you may be feeling stagnant. Nothing's moving. Nothing's going the way that you're supposed to be going. And this is when the grounding, finding that balance, getting back down to just finding that common ground. Sometimes we get so in our head and so into our spiritual paths and our journeys and our life and everything else, we forget that we got to come down for a minute. We got to take that breath of air. We got to gasp sometimes and just take that breath. Also, doing the inner work, your shadow and your inner child, healing certain things, traumas from our childhood, things that we've carried over into adulthood, integrating our shadow side into the now, having that balance where we're so not into our higher self that we're forgetting about our shadow side. And then when shadow side kicks up, now we're acting out or we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing, or, our behaviors are erratic. This is so when I looked at take action was over communications. Speaking your affirmations, speaking the things that you want. Our words are powerful. Everything that we speak is a spell for us. So we attract those things that we speak. So taking action on the things that you want. You want to integrate your shadow side. You want that balance between your higher self and your lower self. You want to start healing. Start speaking and calling things in. And I always go back to calling in your spirit team to help you. This is not a journey that, we feel like we're alone while we're doing it, but we're really not alone. Even though sometimes, we feel like our ancestors, our angels, or, source or whatever isn't listening to us, we may not always see things the way they see things because they see the things as a much broader picture. And we're stuck in 3D tunnel vision, looking at what's directly in front of us, and we're not looking at the whole picture. So I feel like that was for me too. So take action these next couple days. Matter of fact, today, this can also be a journal entry for today. What things do you want to call into your life? What things do you want to see at the start of spring when March comes? Where do you want to see your path? Where do you want to see your path go? Where do you want to see your growth? Where do you want to see your healing? And right now, because the energy is stagnant and we feel like we're not moving, I think this is just the time just to accept where we're at, to look at how far we've come, because you're not in the same spot you were in last week. You're not in the same spot that you were in 5-6 months ago. You're darn sure not in the same spot you were a year ago. There has been growth. And if there hasn't been growth in certain areas, I think this is definitely a time to take that step back and look at, okay, why hasn't there been any growth in certain areas? And I'm speaking for myself too, because this is definitely going to be a journal entry for me today of taking action on where I want to see my life go. Where do I want to see myself come spring? What are my goals? What healing do I need to do? Am I still integrating my shadow side? Which I'm always doing shadow work now. That seems like it's completely just taking over my life. Just completely shadow work. But if we do the work, if we do the things that we are supposed to be doing, come spring, we'll see the fruits of our labors. We'll see the seeds that we sown, coming into fruition. We'll see the things that we spoke and we put our hard work and energy into coming forth. So I think the message today is, where do you want to see yourself in spring? What actions are you taking now to see things coming into fruition? So that's the message for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow.